What's going on, guys? Christian here from CK Wraps. So today I'm going to talk to you about the level 2 workshop that I get asked a lot of questions about, and cover some of the topics that you guys ask me questions about. So first of all, I want to start to explain that the level 1 and level 2 workshop are in the same workshop. I decided to put level 1 in with level 2, and this is a workshop that I created. Nobody created this workshop. So I decided to put level 1 with level 2 because I thought level 1 was like more of a knowledge of different material types, adhesive patterns, how they work, the thicknesses, how they stick, that kind of stuff, the depth, the finishes, and vehicle prep. Okay, so we go through a whole bunch of that stuff for a few hours in the morning, and then we get into the hands-on stuff. The hands-on stuff is where most of the learning actually happens, but I do need you to know some fun facts about vinyl wrap and more or less what it's all about. So, because not every brand is created equal. So we don't just use one brand in the whole workshop, okay? We do majority use Vivid because this is a Vivid sponsored workshop. So, shout out to them for the help with this, because we're only running these workshops at 4 people, okay? This is one of the major differences right here. 4 people. You go to other workshops, and I do sometimes 5, but you go to other workshops and it's like 8+ at least. It's like anywhere from 12 to 15 usually. I've even heard of them going as high as 25 to 30 with two installers or 2 instructors. That's a lot of people to really pay attention to and correct all the time. Like, how can you actually be in 12 or 15 places at once? You can't. It's actually even hard to be in 4 places at once. Can you take away as much when 11 other people, let's just say for the sake of it, that they're 1 instructor per 12 people, because I know that's actually what kind of the average is. So 1 instructor per 12 people, how can you actually take away as much as you will when there's only 4? There's 3 times less the amount of people. This is a huge benefit to your experience and me giving you a more personal experience, a more hands-on experience, I can show you exactly what you're doing along the way. Again, I can't be there for 4 people all the time. You could be at 4 different corners of the car, but you're gonna learn. Imagine if it was 12, right? And 12 people would have like 2 or 3 cars, sure, but then now I would have to go to another car and then another car and then come all the way back again. And so you're gonna miss a lot of things. There's only so much cycling around you can do, and what if someone needs some help? So now you might be kind of giving that person a bit more attention for 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, and now it sets everyone else back. The next person might need 10 or 15 minutes help. So by the time you get back around to the first person, they're completely lost and they have no idea what they're doing. Just my personal opinion and experience, and I've also heard from other people who have been to other workshops, that is their main complaint is the size of the class and the lack of attention. Okay, you're here to learn, and I'm here to make sure that you're going to learn. Do you need to have experience? You do not need to have experience, because I am completely self-taught and I learned from the ground up. I created and I adapted and I learned from all of my mistakes. So I don't ever forget what it's like to first hold a squeegee. I didn't even use a squeegee for my first wrap. I used my hand, the whole thing. I couldn't get used to the squeegee. It was really weird. So my hand made sense. Then I got used to the squeegee. Then you realize the speed at which the squeegee works better. So no, you don't need experience. Some of you have just wrapped a laptop. Some of you haven't even touched vinyl. If you have a creative side and you're a do-it-yourselfer, or you're a hands-on person, or any of those types of things, you like to create things, accomplish those types of things, this could be for anybody, okay? We go through everything, beginning to end, and then also how to finesse, how to do the corners, the edges, the cutting, and all that stuff. Again, I can't hold your hand with cutting, but you will learn how to cut. You're gonna watch me cut, and then you're gonna follow by example. I'm gonna show you everything. There isn't anything that I'm gonna miss, and if I do miss anything, there's always room for questions, okay? My main goal here is to make sure that when you come, if you're in doubt, you can ask me a question. This is where the 4-person workshop comes into play. This is not just about making money. Imagine, other workshops out there that are charging the same. Some of them are only 2 days, and there's 12 or 15 people there. I mean, there's a lot more money there in 2 days than we're getting with 4 people in 3. So it's not about the money, right? This is about learning and training and you guys taking away as much as you can for a reasonable price. So do you need a company or a business? You do not need to have a company or a business. I don't care if you just want to wrap your own car. It doesn't matter. Because coming to the workshop, you're going to actually know how to wrap your own car afterwards. And what that's going to do is going to save you from paying someone to wrap your own car every time you want to wrap your car. You wrap your car once, you're already saving money. Even paying for the workshop and then buying material, you're still saving money. So you're still winning in the end. Maybe it won't be as nice as a professional level, but if you are that DIY hands-on kind of person, then you're going to feel accomplished and you'll get better as you go. It's always about practice. So, it's open to everybody. It's open to the public. And so are other ones as well. So most brands offer their training to the public. As far as traveling abroad goes, I will travel abroad. There are minimum requirements for that. It is 3 people. So don't try and you can fly me out for one-on-one. That's a different story. So that we get into a whole different spectrum of fees. It's more custom and custom tailored, also depending on your skill level. I did train a gentleman from Sweden 2 weeks ago, and he learned so much, and he's just a PPF guy. And not just a PPF guy, I don't mean it that way. I just mean like he's only been doing PPF and wanted to get into color changes. He's now taking what he learned from me for 5 days, one-on-one, and applied it to his PPF knowledge and applied it to his PPF skills. And he's blown away at how a lot of these techniques and things that I had shown him during the workshop work for his PPF. And it's up in his game huge. He's actually super happy. Shout out to Kim. I had a good time with you, buddy. Now, I don't know if he's gonna watch the video or not, but awesome, we had a good time. So, and he learned a lot. That's the important parts. I'll travel abroad. That's totally fine. If you don't even have, let's say you don't have 3 people, you have 2 people. You could always bring someone out or try to get someone in the area that's the 3rd person. I mean, just ask around, I guess. I mean, a lot of people know about CK Wraps, and I can put the workshop up there and you guys can just ask around. So again, if you're interested, yes, I will go. I've gone many times to travel. You do need to have a shop space, okay? I cannot wrap in a farm field. I cannot wrap in an underground parking garage. I cannot wrap in a tent. I cannot wrap in your driveway or your home garage, okay? It has to be professional, okay? It has to be. Because I need you to take away from the professional side of things. And if we have an environment that doesn't work for us to wrap in, then that's going to obviously inhibit what you're going to learn. So again, more importantly, you guys taking away everything you possibly can. When it comes to the brands and what I use and what I show you and everything else, I don't care what you use. You can use 3M, you can use Chinese film, you can use Avery, you can use APA, Hexus, Oracal, Vivid. It doesn't matter what you want to use. In the end, you're going to know how to use all of the brands. And that's what's important. So we're not sitting here trying to sell you on knifeless tape. I'm not going to sit here and tell you about how this product is the best product on the market. There isn't the best product on the market. Just flat out, there isn't one. They're all equally good they're all good in their own way. There are pros and cons to every brand. And because of patents and things like that, they can't all have it all. Can't steal the other person's idea and then use it. So it gets sold. So again, no sales pitch, guys. We're not going to sit there and talk about what you should be using, and I'm not going to try and sell you on whatever you should be trying to use. It doesn't matter to me. I just want you to use whatever your customer wants, and that's the goal. Open up the spectrum of brands and colors. You need to leave the workshop confident, able, and willing. Those 3 things, and willing to try new things, okay? As long as you have that, you'll do well. You'll practice, and we all make mistakes. I run the workshops, and I get a different car in pretty much every time. I've never wrapped that car. The benefit to the mistakes is that you can actually watch me make a mistake and how I correct it. Other workshops are not going to show you that. They don't show you how to correct the mistake. They just show you the right way to do it every time. And unfortunately, that's not real life, because when you're only using one brand, and sometimes, and in some of these workshops, I won't name the brand, but they use one brand and one car. And when you've wrapped that car 400, 500, 1,000 times, for sure you're gonna know the right way to do it. So again, it's what you're gonna learn, and you're gonna see me make a mistake, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I can show you this, I can show you that, I can show you this. And that's the benefit, and I always do. And I'll even, if I haven't made a mistake, I'll even make a mistake on purpose. I'm gonna show you guys how to troubleshoot problems, because you're gonna run into problems, and we all do. It's how you go from there to finish off the rest of it is what makes a difference in the quality and the durability in the end. How does the finish look? Did I damage it? Did I overstretch? Did I distort it? It's very easy to do. It's easier to do than you actually think. We're gonna start training with carbon fiber, because carbon fiber is much better for showing you your mistakes. You wanna keep that weave absolutely perfect? I'll show you how. Because every time you stretch it and heat it and stretch it and heat it, it's going to get funny. It's going to get weird. It's going to get funny. It's going to change colors. It's going to show you all your mistakes. So, which is actually a really cool idea. It was an idea from Vivid themselves. Like, hey, why don't you use carbon fiber? Because it's actually really hard to keep it looking nice, like dry carbon fiber, not gloss. Dry carbon fiber is very hard. Like, try to wrap a bumper in dry carbon and keep it from overstretching. It's more challenging than it appears to be. We do go through gloss, matte, chrome, metallics, color shifting films, all that fun stuff, because you do need to know about those as well. They all react a little bit differently. So again, when it comes to the workshops, we do different brands, okay? We're gonna blow through a bunch of different brands and what they're about and how they react and the pros and the cons. I don't have them all, but I do have most of them. So I'm actually gonna show you these differences. I'm gonna explain these differences, kind of more the part of the level one, but you will work with other brands as well. So you'll wrap a mirror with another brand, you'll wrap a door handle with another brand. Again, it's mainly Vivid, but you're going to use other brands. We're not wrapping walls and floors, because I have no interest in that. If I wanted to do that, that's where I would be right now. I'd be wrapping walls and floors. Lining up graphics and images, if that's what you want to do, then this is not the workshop that I would recommend you coming to. But if you want to know how to wrap a car and make it look like paint, this is the workshop for you. So no wall or floor wraps. I'm going to teach you everything from beginning to end. So it doesn't matter, like I said, if you have experience or not. The idea here is that we need to start with the basics. We need to create a foundation, and then we need to build on the foundation. This is not like riding a bicycle. This is practice. Practice makes perfect. Even when you ride a bicycle, you learn how to ride it and you know how to ride it. This isn't really the same way. You learn how to wrap, but if you don't use it, you kind of forget, or you forget where to start, or you forget how to troubleshoot and those kinds of things. If you've really been paying attention, if you've done some wraps, it's really easy to kind of pick it back up again. But after you make a couple of mistakes, you start doing some corrections. Okay, I did this wrong. Okay, now I got it. Perfect. Even when I'm away for a while, I just kind of come back to like the easier parts, and I'll start off with a hood or a fender or something like that and go from there. So again, you're going to learn everything from beginning to end. We're going to wrap door handles, bumpers, hoods, fenders. We're going to do seams, inlays, overlays. We're going to use knifeless tape. We're going to do, whatever else you can name it. There's always room for questions. And if you feel like you didn't learn something, or there's something that I didn't cover during the workshop, there's room for that, because there are only 4 people in this workshop. You're going to get the attention that you will need, or you deserve, in that sense. I believe that you deserve the attention that you're paying for. And for me, that kind of caps out. It's not that maybe you could say I'm a bad trainer, I guess. I don't know, that I can't train more than 4 people. I just think the quality level is way higher when I have it capped at 4 people. Even 5's fine. It's just when you start getting up to like 6, 7, 8, it becomes a little bit crazy. So these are the main things right here that I wanted to cover. Also, when it comes down to it, when you want to book this in, again, in the description below, there is the website, a link to the website, and then you fill out the form. You do not need to bring any tools with you. Just bring some running shoes, be comfortable, and I'm not here to judge you. you're gonna get to take home the tools that I give you, and you're also gonna take away vinyl left over. So any vinyl that's left over is all yours. You guys divide it up. There's tint. Oh, we're gonna do tint as well. So we're gonna do headlight, taillight tint. I'm gonna show you how to do that. We'll push the limit, and this is all about pushing the limit so you can actually see how far the limit is, and then you kind of back up from there. If you don't push the limit of something, you don't know what you could do. It's like if you never try to run as fast as you possibly could in the 100-meter dash, how did you know you wouldn't have got first if you got second instead? You have to push the limit. And I'm going to teach you how to push the limit, because you need to test yourself constantly. I always test myself constantly. Even when I'm wrapping cars now, I see how far I can do it, and then if it doesn't work out, I grab a new piece and I try again, because I want better. I always want to improve. I always want to be better. That is on your end in the end. Now that we've gone through this, it's kind of like, how do you start? You know, so we've got all this basic stuff right here that I covered as far as your questions go. And my suggestion to you in the beginning is start off with your friends, your family, and your car. These are great canvases to have. I'm going to get into the details of how to make money in a whole other video, so stay tuned for that one. And yeah, I hope this was sort of informative and helpful to you guys. I hope it does make the decision a bit easier for you in deciding where you want to go for training, because they're not all the same. And the main thing I have going for me is that, yeah, I can teach you everything from the beginning to the end, and it's more personable. You're going to get that experience that you're wanting to come for, and that's what matters to me. I need you guys to learn, because I want this industry to grow. That's what matters to me. I'm not endorsed by anybody. So I am CK Wraps, and that is all that powers me. Okay, there's nothing else out there that says, hey, I need you to do this, or you should do that, or whatever. No, I do whatever I want. So you know me. I mean, if I could be controlled, I mean, I'm sure a couple of brands out there would have been coming at me, giving me some film or whatever. It's not about that. You know, I've denied stuff constantly just because I may not believe in it, and I didn't want to be dishonest. So honesty is important to me. So guys, I hope this video was informative and helpful to you. I'm going to get into the next video after this, discussing how you can make money doing this and how you can make 100 grand very easily. All right, so 100 grand plus a year. Okay, this is going to be really eye-opening, I think, for you guys, because you don't actually understand what you need to do this. And making money is obviously a huge benefit to doing wraps. You work for yourself if you can, and you can make this dollar very easily. So let's kind of call this kind of like the 100K workshop. All right, we're going to call this the 100K workshop. Why not? And that's it, guys. Anyways, I appreciate you watching, and thank you very much. Take care.